Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton, Adult Today 95 Finch with another Transformers Studio Series video. Today, we're taking a look at 114 Transformers 1 Megatron or D16. Having seen the movie, I mean, I already know, but yeah, so very nice artwork here of him. Of course, open window packaging. Thankfully, starting next year, this will be going away. There he is, there on the side, on back here. It says Megatron aims to become the leader of Cybertron, and no one will stand in his way to get there. Big screen inspired, Metropolis of Iacon, 24 steps, tank mode, robot mode. Again, that same artwork there. Let's go ahead and get him open. And here we have Megatron out of his packaging, or, D16. But at this point, he is Megatron. So for those who haven't seen the movie, this is a spoiler warning. This is how he looks at the end of the movie. There are a couple of accessory differences, but this is his final form that he takes. So there's that. Just like how with Optimus Prime, that is his pretty much final form as far as the progression into who they are by the end of the movie. So, very interesting shade of gray. It's not quite the weird yellowed gray that we got with Optimus here, but it is more muted. I know some people have already taken to painting him, and then I think some people have even removed the paint from his face just to make it match a little bit better with how he looked in the movie. But you do get some nice black and red throughout. Oh no, that's molded in the gray. And then this kind of gunmetal for the plastic here. Do get a pretty good face sculpt of Megatron. So there is that. Really do like the sculpting on these Transformers 1 Studio Series figures so far. As far as accessory, we'll get into articulation first. His head is on a ball joint, though you don't get a ton of range out of it. You can get a little attitude, but not a lot. 360 as well. Got ball jointed shoulders. Get 360 out of that. All the way out. The bicep on the left side on mine is really loose compared to the right one, which is, I think, a little too tight, so a little weird. But you do get 360 and 180 degrees at the elbow due to the transformation. It is a double hinge joint. His hands are on a swivel, and not too big of a fan of how they're designed with the tread coming up over his knuckles. I wish there was a better way they could have done that to hide the treads better, or, make his fingers actually prominent. It does have a waist swivel, although it does kind of disengage his chest joint. You get forward and back at the hips, all the way up the hips. You get a little bit of movement out of it there, but a lower thigh or knee swivel. 90 degrees at the knee. Ankle doesn't tilt that far. It tilts further the other way than it does inward. And you get a little bit of down and up. So there is that for articulation. As far as accessory goes, he does come with his backpack that he does have in the movie. It's not the jetpack. It's just his backpack. Does come with this piece, which he could use as the smaller arm cannon that he does get, although it's not very accurate to the design. It is more meant to be just the barrel of the tank. You can just use this little slot here, or this little tab here, to go in that slot. And just hide it away right there. Now you get this fusion cannon, which is, of course, based on his G1 design, but it's from his second form as D16 before taking on this form. So this is not the final fusion cannon. I wish they would have included that. I mean, they've showed it in the trailer, so I don't know how it would have been a spoiler alert to have him show both fusion cannons. But whatever. And you get two of these, which this actually looks more like his arm-mounted secondary blaster. And then you can just take the other one here, just plug it on his back, and if you want, you can kind of emulate the barrel that comes over, although this just looks like an antenna. So just bring that down. So there he is. If you want to create the pose at the end of the movie. We got that. Of course, Prime facing off with him. Of course, the shot that everyone likes to reference. Just them facing off, much like the 07 poster. But yeah, so get this guy into tank mode. It is simple, intuitive, and a little strange. We'll go ahead and remove all these accessories. So yes, there is parts forming, but what figure doesn't anymore? So we start by undoing the chest piece, bringing it down like that. Bring the feet forward. Rotate the hands. Rotate them at the bicep. Curl them up to form the rear treads. Just like that. And that. Right. Then we'll go ahead and flip the head in. That will allow us to bring these arms up like that. Get them out of the way. And actually fully up like that. Of course, this will plug right back into here. Go ahead and rotate the legs at the knee joint there. And bring this up to here. And then there's that secondary joint for the hips. Just bring them down like that. From here, we open this up. Bring out that tread piece and rotate. Bring that tread down over here, up. Rotate down. Go ahead and bring this chest piece down to here. Fold up this. It's on a double jointed system. There is this kind of hook on the lower thigh that will plug into the toe. And a little tab right there that goes into the slot on the chest. So there is that. Do the same thing here on the other side. There we go. There's that. We just bring this section up. I forgot to bring these down, but they're supposed to tab in. There's a little tab right there, a little slot on the back of the arm. We'll just go right into there. Same thing on this side, bring that around, tab that in. Rotate this section, and then this is how we assemble the fusion cannon. Just plug this blaster into here. And I did forget to mention they are fully blast effect compatible, except for the smaller blasters. Put a blast effect in there and on that tip. So there you have that. Go ahead and plug these together. Keep them as aligned as you can. There's a slot there. It goes right onto that tab on the backpack piece. And there we have Megatron's turret. Now the instructions tell you to put the other two blasters on the side of the turret. Never had that in the movie, so we'll just plug them here on the side. I guess I could show you just to demonstrate. But yeah, never had all three cannons in the movie. So just plug these onto the side. And there we have Megatron in tank mode. And he doesn't quite, I don't know if it's just some of the joints, but it doesn't quite sit flush on the ground. And of course, he's, like a lot of recent tank figures, has no caster wheels on the bottom. He just has a little tab on the back of the shoulder. So he just kind of scoots along. The turret does rotate, but with it being on a hinge, there it's a little awkward. It likes to come out of the 5mm port. So you can really only get around like that. So yeah, not a bad tank mode. And of course, you can display him with the backdrop, although the tank mode doesn't quite fit on there. So get that. Wish it was closer to the actual like location that this all happened on. But yeah. So go ahead and remove the cannons. And Well, let's go ahead and get Optimus for comparison. And here he is with Optimus, so you can see comparison between those. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get him back into robot mode. Go ahead and remove, we'll just go ahead and remove this completely. Just makes it a little bit easier. Just tap that back together. From here, untab these sections, bring them back up, bring this section up, rotate, tread in, foot down, collapse that back down to there. So here, untab, pull up from the arm piece, flip that up, rotate, tread back in, foot back down. This can just collapse back down like that. Bring this section back fully. Just go ahead and straighten out the legs, bring those down, rotate at the lower leg. Bring the arms, whoop. Go ahead and bring the head back up. Close back up the chest. And rotate the arms back down. Rotate. There we go. Down, untab, rotate, and rotate the hand. Go ahead and plug the backpack back on here, and it's not bad without it, but it's weird that that's the only like gunmetal paint other than his face, and for some reason it came unplugged. There we go. Bring back his fusion cannon, that blaster. And plug that one back onto there. So let's go ahead and get into final thoughts. So while this is a great interpretation of Megatron, he is not without his flaws, namely, you know, the lack of paint, the fusion cannon not being accurate to this point of the movie, even though they claim it's spoilers, even though it was in the trailer. So I don't know. And just some of the design choices, like the treads covering up the hand completely to where you can't really make out the fingers unless you're looking at the bottom part of his hand. And just a few limitations of the mold. Would have loved to see a slightly improved version, but I mean, this could be based on some earlier concept art of how the final design would look. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting some of the other stuff like the yellow part kits and blockies, just to have more accurate design for those. So yeah, I mean, great figure. Doesn't go without its flaws, but it's not hateful in any way, if that makes any sense. Not trying to sound like I'm glazing Hasbro or anything, but it is still an enjoyable figure, and I do look forward to the other three that have been announced so far and revealed so far. But that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this Deluxe Class Megatron, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to check out those links below, and be sure to check out my playlist for Studio Series as well as Legacy United. I'm really looking forward to find out what we see for MCM and 1027. Should be hopefully doing a stream around that time. Probably be the following weekend if I've got time. So yeah, stick around and, you know, check that out when it comes out. So long, take care, see you guys in the next video.